What's up, y'all? Finally figured this out how to do both at the same time. First thing I want to say, fuck Clay Higgins. He voted against the Epstein Transparency Act. He said he's not hard to find, but he makes them files fucking hard to find. Am I right? All your life and my life sucks because of billionaires and these fucking Epstein file people. They're so bored they think they can do whatever you want with your kids. My disappointment in America is we're not doing enough to make them pay. So we got that going on. That aside, I made this video, this website to kind of explain. Well, it's kind of an educational source. I would like this to be used in schools, right? To give you a debt one, that's the one we're on right now. You can go see your Louisiana reps. A tax calculator, kind of give you an idea what's the difference between progressive and a regressive tax and a flat tax and all that kind of stuff. My ideology, where I can see America going. I'll get into that way later. You can support me if you like, and you can contact me if anything seems wrong or off, or you want more information, or you want me to add stuff. I would love to add stuff. So, back to it. Back in 2007, I was a hardcore Republican. I know it's crazy. I am now FDR, Bernie Sanders, and all that kind of stuff. And the first string for me was I was in college and I was doing a cash flow analysis stuff, and I was having discussions with family, and they said, look at America like a business. So I did. And the first thing you do when you want to buy a business is a cash flow analysis. You ask for that son of a bitch, because if they're fucking losing money, how much you would want to buy that business, right? Not that fucking much. So here's the calculator right here. If you need to know where this is coming from, I'm actually exit out this so I can show you. I'm clicking it. Verify source. You click on this. This is the actual government API data. You can go in here to learn how to use it. You can see all years. The last time they publish it, they do it once a month on the 30th. As you can see, my number's high because this is the live data, baby. We're getting it live, baby. We live. So let's keep it going. Here's some where to start and how to look at this stuff and give you some information. What is national debt? How does it affect you? Who decided this? Here's in perspective of how much fucking $38 trillion is. If we spend $1 million a day, it would take 103,000 years to pay this shit off. We're only 250 years old as a country. If you do dollar bills from here to the moon, we can go back and forth 9.8 times. And every K through 12 student right now, we can't even buy cigarettes or vote or something like that. For the old $752,000. It's kind of crazy. That's the estimate, by the way. Also, you can go into here and kind of see where every dollar goes. You know, our highest one for every dollar you get to the federal government. This is a whole. For the whole 38 trillion is 20 cents goes to Social Security, while the lowest is like Section 8 housing assistance 1.3 cents, food stamps, and then you can keep going. Like interest on the debt is like the fifth or sixth one from the highest, 8.6 cents per dollar. Here's very important. Larry Fink, if you know who he is, he's the fucking CEO of BlackRock, the trust fund, hedge fund, whatever the fuck. He said we're at a 38 trillion or 37 trillion at the time deficit. No, you dumb fucking cunt. How the hell are you CEO? That's the debt. We're not adding 37 trillion dollars to the debt every single fucking year. So what this is saying is your debt is like your total credit card payment at the end of the month. Your total payment is your debt. Deficit is when your revenues are your revenues is lower than your expenses. That's a deficit. When it's opposite, when your revenues are higher than your expenses, it's called a surplus. The only surplus we've had in my lifetime, and I was born in 1980s, was Bill Clinton. And that's who we're going to talk about here today, because he's the one with the last surplus. But feel free to go look at anyone you want. Going back to George Washington, baby. They don't have deficits. It goes to FDR. I get down below why, or I think why. And then also, too, if you want to see by year, you know, you can kind of drag this stuff and you kind of see what we did per year and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. But just when you get down to here, just know that there's no deficits before FDR. So back to Bill Clinton. We have an inherited pace. This is to show like what George W. Bush Sr. Left Bill Clinton and what happens if he did nothing. So first, before we get into this one, I'm going to go into what actually happened, right? So he started with a debt of 4.41 trillion. By the end of his 8-year term, it was 5.81 trillion. So he added 1.4 trillion to the debt, which was about a 32% increase. His deficit, how much he was adding per year, when he just started, was 2.55.1 billion. By the time he left, we had a surplus of 128.2 billion dollars per year. That means he shrunk the deficit by 383.3 billion. So then you can see his total job growth was 22.91 million, pretty good. And then he was making about median, I do median instead of average, to get the outliers out of the way, 2.97 million jobs per year. You can see a little graph. Now, what does this inherited part show here? First things first, I'm going to say I need to reword this. But this is the deficit part and this is the job part. He was adding Bush. If he did nothing, he left him a $2.55.1 billion deficit. So in the total 8 years, the total debt would be added to the actual. The total amount added to the debt, excuse me, would have been 2.04 trillion. So the debt should have been 6.45 trillion, but it was actually 5.81 trillion. So he actually saved us $644 billion with his policies and ideology. Now, for when it comes to median job growth, Bush had 644,000 jobs per year, which is fucking insane. So he should have had about 5.15 million. Clinton fucking outdid him by 17.77 million. Granted, Bush Sr. only had 4 years. But nonetheless, this is a shitty fucking 4 years. And I can even show you a fucking card if you want to go that far. But that's what this is saying, right? So you can see the inherited path and all this kind of shit. Bill Clinton did the damn thing. Now, if you keep coming down, you can see this is per president. It's the same at the top. But as you can see here, the interest on the debt at the time was 1 to the third highest. So now it's 6 with all that stuff. It's kind of crazy. It's probably much of the military. What is the military? Ooh, that's ugly. You gotta fix that. So things like this. If you see that, message me. I'm gonna go and fix it. Let's see. What the hell is it? There. Oh, second. There it is. 16.9 cents for every federal dollar you gave to the government when Bill Clinton was in office. Now here is what I want to show you. This is when you take your total amount of spending, your deficits and surpluses versus your total amount you actually spent in your term. So for your 8 years, 4 years, or whatever the hell it was, this is the difference between them. The last time we actually had a positive outcome was Bill fucking Clinton. If you can zoom in like this, it's actually gonna zoom in, but you can kind of see. Damn. It needs to be like a white color or something. She's too dark. But if you ever get a graph like this and you mess it up, just double click that mofo and it'll come right back up. But you can see from FDR all the way to Joe Biden. The only time we actually made money was in Clinton's years. Then the worst deficit in history was Donald Trump's first term at 7.67 total deficit. Granted, we had COVID. I get it. Nonetheless, he still fucked it up. Surplus 62.92 billion is total here. And I also want to show is I am trying to be fair. If you go to Donald Trump's first fucking term, I think I got a warning. Fucking COVID. I separated the shit. And then you go to Joe Biden, same fucking shit. So I don't want to hear none of y'all's one-sided bullshit. I'm using the numbers I fucking got. This is why I left the Republican Party, because when I brought this up to fucking family members, they fucking lost their shit. Like, I didn't make this goddamn shit up. Y'all been lying for 50 fucking years. Deficits go under Democrats. They spend less and create more jobs. It's just what it is. It's not my fucking fault. You know, this is the data I got. Where do you search? And then you say, oh, you're gonna question me. Whatever. So here's what it is. I'm trying to be fair as fucking possible. If you want to use this, great. I hope it's used in schools one day without my language. Obviously, I got a cursing problem, but that's all right. I ain't a president, which he fucks kids. So I said it. It's late in the video. Fuck you, TikTok. You're probably gonna ban me. But I'm at 8 minutes. If you watched this far, cool beans. I hope you enjoyed it. Contact me if you want to see some more stuff. Tomorrow I'm gonna go over to Louisiana Reps because now I know how to use CapCut. So what up? Later, y'all.